Okay, so this would be how you explain the RSP and the spousal RSP. So the RSP, it's always a box. It has a specific set of rules: registered retirement savings plan. I always give an actual name because sometimes people don't know. And we use the acronyms so freely and they don't actually know what we're talking about. So you open an RSP, you don't buy one, you contribute to it, and it has rules. So when you put money into an RSP, and sometimes people say, where do I open it? Because they haven't connected that with us. I say you can have an RSP at a bank, or a credit union, or with an online broker, or you can have one with somebody who's independent like us. So you contribute to the RSP. When you contribute, you get a tax refund based on your tax bracket. And I always give the real world examples. So if you're in a 35% tax bracket, you're going to pay, and you put $1,000 in here, you're going to get $350 back. If you're in 50% tax bracket and you put 10,000 in, you're going to get 5,000 back. So people love that refund, and lots of times people contribute to their RSP just to get the refund because they're so excited. But what happens inside the RSP is you choose these investments, and this is what we do. We help you choose the investments, and then the money grows. So ideally, your money grows in here, and then when you withdraw, you have to pay tax. So usually in retirement, you're in a lower tax bracket, so you pay less tax. You're getting your refund here, and then you're paying the tax here. But sometimes 30 or even 40 years have elapsed, and you don't remember that you got the tax refund, and now you're paying tax here. So it seems quite painful sometimes to pay the tax here, especially if you have a good pension. So usually when you're talking to someone, you know what their situation is, so you can tailor it to their situation. But I always do say, in a perfect world, you're in a high income bracket earning, and you're in a low income bracket here. So you get a big refund here, and you pay very little tax here. That's not everybody, and then I go into their specific situation. And then I talk about contribution room, and that you accumulate it from working, and it's 18% of each year that you work, and that's all added together. And lots of people max out their RSP, so they have no contribution room, and then there's lots of people who never contribute, so they have tons of contribution room, and you generally know their situation too, and say you fall into this camp. So that is the RSP. The idea behind it is to save for retirement, registered retirement savings plan, but you can also take money out for the home buyer's plan. So you can withdraw from your RSP tax-free for a down payment on a house, or you can take money out under the lifelong learning plan tax-free to go back to school. So think if you went back for a master's or something, you could fund that through the lifelong learning plan. In both of these cases, you have to pay yourself back, so you have to pay back your own RSP, but you have 15 years to do it. So let's say you took 15,000 out of your RSP for the home buyer's plan, you would have to pay back $1,000 a year to yourself. If you don't pay yourself back, the government will charge you tax on that money. So that is the RSP, and eventually down the road, you're going to withdraw from it to fund your retirement, and we're going to set it up to have a monthly income for you.